Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, I hope you're doing well wherever you are. This is Kenyan Revolutionary. I won't be here for long today. I won't be here for long. I promise you I won't be here for long. I won't hold you up because I know you have probably some things to do. So I will keep it brief as much as I can. So before I get started, you know the first order of business. Like the video as soon as you get the notification and you are in tune. Okay. And if this is your first time, please go ahead and check out the channel. This is about Kenyan politics, or should I say politics. Go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment, and do all the good stuff. I'm Nagani. Okay, thank you. Today, we are going to just quickly look at this whole Hanifa audit report. Is it legit or no? Because, Francis Gaito, among others, have been on Hanifa's helmet, on her toes, asking her, hey, listen, where did that 30 million that people contributed? How did you spend it? Can you just account for it? Because a lot of people sent you money and you say that you're going to pay families, members of families, or the guys who are injured, dead, or whatever the case is, their hospital bills. For those of young folks, the Gen Zs that ended up on the hospital, some of them died, some of them, that money was supposed to go help those young folks. And again, we had these reports. Francis Gaito have been going back and forth with Hanifa, among others. I've been kind of following this a bit and trying to, hear both sides. There was a report that as soon as that money was donated to Hanifa, she went and got herself a new, is it a Subaru? Not Subaru, something, a new car, that is. I don't know how that's true. I can't verify that information. But what I can go through today is the so-called audit report by her that kind of breaks down how she used the money. Now, even with that report that she gave out and, told the people, hey, this is the report, how I spend the money, there's still some questions that to be asked. I don't think it was satisfactory. This report is kind of, yes, it tells us, okay, I spend such and such amount of money on a number of people in this hospital, and that makes 50% of them, the total amount. It doesn't quite get into the nitty-gritty, it's not specific. There's no specifics. And one of the people who asked questions and actually commented on that audit was Raila Odinga's son. And Hanifa's response was very, very, she was very defensive, which kind of, I was interested. I was like, why are you so defensive about this? If you do have the specifics, then all you have to do is be like, okay, if you guys want the specifics, reach out to me and I will send you the whole information about who exactly got what and who exactly gave me how much. And these are the receipts and so forth, so forth. That's how Audit is because basically what she just gave out, in my opinion, does not meet the threshold, or doesn't meet the threshold to define what an audit is. It's just basically somebody going to their spreadsheet and writing, hey, this amounts to this, that. Let me go through it. And also there was questions about the the accounting firm that, went through this thing, because it seems like some of these accountants were not even had a legit account, like let's say a legit license, an active license. We'll go through that right now. Let's go through the SAID, whatever, the audit itself. Let's just go through it first before we do anything. Nagani. Okay, get in there. Let me just get there. Kenyan Revolutionary, there you go. Let's get to it. All right, just give me a few minutes. I want to read you the whole report very quickly so you can get kind of what's going on. All right, here it is. Let me just show you on the screen. Good afternoon, Clean Black Sneakers. Nice seeing you. Karibu, 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 karibu. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see you. Let me give this presentation real quick. Not presentation, but just show you the the so-called audit report by Miss Hanifa herself. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go to a page. Sorry about that. Let me just go to a page real quick. So here's what she wrote. It's a lengthy whatever. I'll read it very quickly, okay? So we can get through this. It's kind of lengthy. Hello, KK. Nice seeing you, brother. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. All right. So again, just to give you a background, Hanifa has been catching flack from everyone asking her how did she spend the 30 million that Kenyans donated to help those who got injured, sick, died during the protest. So here's what she wrote. This, I think, was from yesterday or today, earlier today, somewhere. I don't know, whatever. This is what she said. Hello, guys. The D-Day has finally arrived. Here is the audited Mchanga report. Let me just say that, okay? This is what she wrote. 2 months ago, Kenyans and people of goodwill contributed a total of 31,663,580 in an Mchanga account dubbed Care for the Injured, in quotes, which I had created. My initial target was 10 million, and I was in awe of the generosity of kindness from everyone. I would like to begin this by showing my utmost gratitude to the Mchanga team. This would not have been possible without the team, without them. They had no obligation whatsoever to do that. They did, but they did it. Yes. I handled zero cash. All the money was with Mchanga in their EcoBank account, which was used for all payments. I surrendered all the money to them. They have been extremely professional and did this with perfection. I know it was hard for them too, and I cannot find words to thank them. Wallah. I'm in awe. Asanteni sana. It was a long journey. Every single cent was used for its intended purpose, and for any extra expense, I used my own money. Special thanks to Dr. Umar at KNH, who worked tirelessly to help me out with the endless cases. Asante sana. And to the Nixon from Malipo Center. Wilma, thank you so much, my dear. And to all social workers and volunteers led by Atnas Nada and the team who helped me around and stood with our comrades. I will be lying if I said I managed this well. My emotions were all over. I would like to sincerely apologize to anyone I may have offended and hurt intentionally or unintentionally. I love you all so much. Wallah. I apologize for being on the edge and acting up sometimes. When this began, I had a hard time, and in the middle of all it, I wished I had surrendered the money to a reputable organization and not think that I could handle it. I'm broken. I'm so broken. I experienced the trails of police brutality in hospitals, funerals, and morgues. Each day was harder than the previous one. Somehow, most people and things have moved on, but I've never been normal, and I don't know how to be, and I haven't been back to work. I had to stay at home again. I will never forget how merciless they murdered our people who wanted better for this country. Handing this was a test for me. I would broke down in public toilet and scream under my pillow later, but my God, I would do it again if it means taking care of our comrades. Enough whining. I'm sorry. I needed everyone to understand how heavy this was. We had 208 beneficiaries. The total number of dead people whose cases I received is 62. The injured around the country whom we paid hospital bills for were 146. Please find all the information in the report below. I want everyone to understand how important this was. So many people couldn't have been stranded. Voila. These bills were a lot and the injuries were serious and deep. Special thanks to KNH for waiving the bills for our comrades. Thank you so much. I believe I did everything to ensure that no one was stranded and left behind, whether in hospital, the morgue, or the burial expenses. No one. Thank you so much for everything. May you never lack. May the universe be kind to you all always. I'm crying as I type all this. I'm oozing with gratitude. I'm in awe. Thank you so much. I love you all so much from the deepest, warmest parts of my heart. I'll be answering all questions. Please feel free to ask. And then she puts the actual report, okay? Very quickly, we'll get into this. All right? We'll get to this. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. I hope you can see it on the screen. I will read it for you. And I will also read you what people are saying about this report. Here it is. It's kind of lengthy, maybe not so lengthy, but I will tell you. Okay, SIL Associates, Certified Public Accountants, okay? 4th September 2024 to Mobi Changa Limited, Mchanga, it's called Changa, whatever. Subject, financial audit of the Care for the Injured fundraiser. Introduction. On the 1st, 2024, Mobi Changa Limited requested a financial audit for Care for the Injured, a recent fundraiser whose purpose was to support the bereaved and those seriously and permanently injured in the 2024 finance bill protest. The primary purpose of this audit was to confirm for all donors to the fundraiser how funds were spent on medical bills paid on behalf of the injured, support to the families of the bereaved, support to the seriously injured, and support to the permanently injured. Secondarily, Mobi Changa Limited asked the audit team to examine the fundraisers accompanying documentation for every payment made in the 4 categories. Audit findings. Generally, we assess that this fundraiser was handled with accountability and integrity, with no payments being made without adequate documentation. Where weaknesses in documentation did exist, did you hear that? Where weaknesses in documentation did exist, we have highlighted this in our assessment. We note in addition that to this audit, Mobi Changa Limited authenticated the identities of the fundraiser and treasurers who provided ultimate oversight and approval. How much was raised in the support of this cause? That's the first question. Our audit team observed using information from payment providers, including M-Pesa and system statements, that 31,663,580 was raised from a total of 35,444 individual donors. How many patients and bereaved families were supported and by how much? A total of 208 persons' family received support from the fundraise for a total of 30,296,574. Sorry, let me say that again. 30,296,574. Okay? The amounts received by the seriously injured, permanently injured, and bereaved were determined by the fundraiser with due consideration of available funds and anticipated medical expenses. Did you see that first part? I hope you guys are following. You can go to Hanifa's page and actually read this stuff. Hold on. Where did I just miss my stuff? Dang it. Oh crap. Now I'm mad. I'm really mad because I just missed. Dang it. All right. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to get my life together. View tab. Shoot. Okay, I've lost what I was actually doing. And that sucks. All right, let me try this one more time. Sorry, guys, about that. I have to kind of go through this again because I lost the page. For this information, guys, you can simply go to Hanifa's page. I think she posted it yesterday or today, whatever the case is. And you can go see the figures, which I was about to get to. I was just giving you the underline. Whatever the audit itself, what they were saying about the audit, okay? All right, here it is. I'm back at it again. So I read you the first page, right? The second page Should I read it, the second page too? This is lengthy and I hate reading all this because I will be boring you to death, but it's important. It's not that much. I can read it for you. Let's listen. What documentation? They're telling you how they conducted the audits, how many people received what, and how many people gave out money. Because that's the whole. They're giving an explanation of how this was flowing. But again, you'll see why a lot of people are saying that this audit was kind of shoddy, wasn't thorough, and it doesn't really tell much. Okay, I'll get to that. So, what documentation was examined? For all medical bills paid, let me enlarge this page. I hope you guys can see that. For all medicals paid on behalf of the injured, seriously injured, and permanently injured, we authenticated medical bills and with identifiable patients against payments receipts. With identifiable patients against payment receipts to hospitals and clinics. Through our review of discharge documents, we noted that many of the patients in the serious and permanent category received medical bill support from the Kenyatta National Hospital, KNH Disaster Fund, which explains the lower medical expenses. We verified a burial permit and post-mortem report for financial support to the bereaved families. For financial support to the seriously injured, we verified a signed and sealed affidavit attesting to the seriousness of the patient's injury, a hospital bill proving they were admitted, and the national ID of the fund's recipient. For financial support to the permanently injured, we verified a signed and sealed affidavit attesting to the permanent nature of the patient's injury, a hospital bill proving they were admitted, and the national ID of the fund's recipient. Okay? Now they go to what issues or problems were found while examining documents and statements related to this fundraiser. There were no significant challenges identified during the review, which was thorough, according to them, that is, clearly outlining the individuals who were to be supported, supporting documents including affidavits, hospital bills, burial permits, and postmortem reports for the bereaved were provided. Additionally, payments were made directly to the hospital, the patient, or the bereaved family member, ensuring that the funds reach the intended recipients. Okay. The most common difficulty we faced during this audit was reconciling names that were captured differently on the national IDs, signed affidavits, hospital bills, and burial permits. This is a typical problem in Kenya where family and personal names are presented in different order. Ultimately, this was resolved through matching two or more consistent names in every document. There were 2 cases for the seriously injured and 1 for the permanently injured where patient names were inconsistent. This was resolved through updated affidavits, which were duly signed, sworn, and sealed. What remedial actions are needed at this point? We note that there's no remedial actions needed at this point. The audit team recommends Mobi Changa Limited consider increasing future capacity by connecting large fundraisers to a payer or insurance company. Okay, that's the second bit of this audit, whatever the case is. Now, here's the third one where it goes down to the breakdown of the numbers. I want you to pay attention to something here. Notice that the numbers are given to us, but again, what people were asking was specifics, because this just gave us a general indication of, okay, this money went to this, and you'll see what I mean. Let me just show you here real quick, very quickly. You see the chart there. I hope you can follow. Let me just large this thing, Hanifa. So you see there the columns where category, number, medical bills in Kenyan shillings, financial support, and total, okay? So in the first line there, it says support for the injured. The number of people was 95. Medical bills was 10,126,963. Financial support doesn't show. Total number is total number of money, I think that was 10,126,963. Okay. Support for the seriously injured was 46 people. Amount of money was 2,166 and 96, 166,096. Okay. Financial support, 5,601,585. Total, 7,767,681. Support to the permanently injured, 5 people. Medical bills was worth 81,930. Financial support, 2 million Kenyan shillings, I guess. Total amount, 2,081,930. Support to the bereaved families, 62 people. Medical bills, none. Financial support, 10,320,000. Total money, cash, 10,320,000. Okay. Total supported, 208. Total money spent for all this, whether it was for the injured, seriously injured, permanently injured, bereaved families, it was 30,296,574. They break it down to the hospitals where this went. Down to the hospital column, amount spent, and the percentage it represents. Okay. So Nairobi West Hospital Limited, 5,863,734. Embu Level 5 Hospital, 826,270, which represents 2.73%. Okay. 3 10-work Hospital, 737. You can go through those numbers. Okay. I'm not going to read all that because that's something that you can do by yourself. This is where the question was kind of emanated from. The questions that people are asking. Okay, it's well and good you're telling us that in Nairobi West Hospital, there was the amount that was spent there was 5,862,734, which represents 19.35% of the total money that you spend, or whatever the case is, right? But the question people are asking is this: how can we verify that they were actually, let me see, there were actually, how many people were there in Nairobi West Hospital Limited? How many people? Can you show that? Can you show us who were there? How did you spend? Where's the bills? Whether it was the injured, whether it was the seriously injured, or where it were bereaved families, or whatever. Can you show us? That's where the question is. So these numbers are all good, and you can go read it. There was people from 10-work Hospital, Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, Athi River Shalom Community, St. Francis Community Hospital, Rift Valley Provincial General Hospital, Kentap Medical Center, Mbagathi District Hospital, Galaxy Hospital Limited. You can go through all that. Where were the administration cost of this fundraiser? That's the last question that they actually asked there. You can read through that. So basically, that's it's basically a breakdown of the percentage of the total number which was spent, the hospitals that these victims were admitted to, whether they were personal injuries or death or whatever, the bereaved families or whatever the case, it breaks down. But the question is, how can we verify how many patients were in Nairobi West Hospital, whatever the case is, were there, and where are their bills? And this is what people are asking, because it kind of gives us an overview of where the money went and the percentage breakdown of it, but it does not tell us the exact money that was where it went and all that stuff. So people started asking questions again, okay? Because no one was, it's not quite satisfactory, okay? As much as you want to, as much as wonderful as it sounds, okay? It doesn't really tells you much, okay? It's like, all right, let me just give you an example. I know some of you are like, huh, what are you talking about? Let me just tell you this. If I told you that, okay, I received 30 million Kenyan shillings, or whatever currency you want to use, 30 million, okay? And I spend let's say I spend 50% in Nairobi Hospital, which represents 50% of it. Okay, 50%, which was what, 15 million in Nairobi Hospital. Then I spent 45% of it in Athi River Referral Hospital. Okay, then I spent 1% in Mugirango Referral Hospital. All right, that does not tell me much how you spend the money. You know, a thorough audit will give me names, or at least patient bill numbers, and the amount that was actually paid towards that bill number. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, and that's what people are saying. Hey, listen, this sounds all good, whatever, but no, it's not good enough. So 3 hours news ago says Kenyans raise 200,000 as an appreciation for Hanifa after they published reports of how she spent 31 million raised during finance bill protests. So people are thanking her and gave her 200,000 for releasing that audit that, in my view, is not satisfactory. It's not specific. It's vague. It's not detailed enough. I'm sorry, Hanifa. I don't believe you. I need more info. Think I'm kidding? Raila Odinga Jr. jumped into the brouhaha and said, "Dear ICPAK," I think this is the accounting firm that Hanifa used, or whatever the case is, "we are seeing many questions being asked on minimum threshold for financial statements and audits in regards to publicly solicited funds. Kindly provide guidance." Basically, can you give us more information? Because Hanifa just gave us, that was the kind of, it's not enough. It's not enough, Hanifa. It's not enough. It's not enough. Of course, the pro-government people who are asking questions, I don't care if they're pro-government or not. If they ask legit questions, it's a legit questions, okay? And one of them, who is pro-government, Mr. Pius Plus, Kinuthia say, "Anybody can cook such a shallow report to convince her followers. We expected a statement with all transaction codes, but well played. Go do something useful with those millions." Francis Njerumbaya commented, and I like these comments, not by Francis, but not only Francis, but somebody called Nellad. Here it is. Can you guys see it? Oh crap! Let me show you this. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to show you like what people are saying about this. This so-called audit report by Hanifa. So Francis Njerumbaya, if you can see in the screen, says, "Share with us a copy of an audit report with attached documents as corroboration of said payments, all receipts, M-Pesa transaction codes, check numbers, and side slips, etc." Nellad, another commentator, say this: "What is an audit report? In this case, the audit ought to sufficiently inform the public on the specifics of the use of funds and not just a summary of this and that. Actually, she doesn't even need an audit report. All she needed was a project accountant." Then he goes on and says, "Balance sheet, income statement, and most importantly, notes that stipulate who contributed how much and who received how much, what hospital received how much, in lieu of whom, expense towards what. Anyway." You see the questions that people are asking? Right. WS Banker is saying it will be sad if she misappropriated the funds. At this point, I cannot say she misappropriated those funds, but I will say that the information she gave, the purported audit report, is not satisfactory. It's not enough. It's basically a summary of what, who, what. Anybody can do that. Absolutely. This is not the time for people to be practicing deception. It's not the season. Yes, it's not. So that's why I think this whole report, it sounds good. She attached her emotions in a post before she posted it, but I'm sorry, it's not enough. It's not what? It's not enough. She has to provide more. More. So I guess the accountant who carried out this whole whatever, Githuku Paul Wambugu, his status is inactive, status not in good standing. Then there's another one which, it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess with this whole brouhaha, okay? But what I can say is this. Hanifa, you need to provide more information. This is not enough. You have to provide enough information. This was not enough. Provide more information. This is not enough. I'm sorry. Of course, Francis Gaito came out and said, "Bwahahaha, bwahaha, bwahaha." Is this what you call an audit? Even a kindergarten dropout like Robert Alai can cook such numbers. I ask for a forensic audit, not a shopping list, a financial statement audit and financial due diligence audit, not this sham of a mockery. Lord Abraham also was like, audited what? Ha. And yeah, many of you are just gullible. So you are taking this nonsense as an audited report, something any idiot can manufacture while sleeping. Hanifa must produce 1, all names of victims. 2, publish. Sorry. Let me read this again. Hanifa should provide all names of victims. 2, publish all receipts from each hospital. 3, exact amounts given to each victim. 4, show final report of amount remaining in Mchanga. This below is an attempt at forgery at its best. You can't claim to be taking on political leaders for lack of accountability, and you can't account for 50 million in public donations. So you see, there's backlash from what this Hanifa lady is doing. Again, like I said, the whole thing is not satisfactory. The funny part of it is like, when people are asking these questions, some people who are pro Hanifa, they're like, how much did you give? Did you give anything? Why are you talking about this if you didn't give anything? That's not the point. If the public can trust you with 30 million Kenyan shillings, and it is also fair game for them to ask how that money was used. So while it's nice telling us that, hey, you spend this on this hospital, this on this, which represent what percentage, blah, 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 we want the specifics. Full transparency. We want to know. Ulipeleka shilingi 5 hapa kwa huyu patient anaitwa nini? Hii familia ambayo mtu alikufa, this 62 families that lost their loved ones. How much did they get each? Tell us that. Don't tell us that, we spent 35 million on these 62 families that tuambie each of them, how much did they get? Who are they? We want to know, because it's public. This is public information that you need to provide. Hanifa. So I'm not going as far as calling you a scammer or a scam artist, but the information you've provided is not enough, Hanifa. break it down more. And yes, Clean Black Sneakers is telling me, so now it looks suspicious. So people will not trust her again if she has another cause. I fear. Absolutely. All you have to do is just be transparent. Show us that, okay, familia ilipata 10,000. This familia got 50 million, if that's the case. This familia got, I don't know, 200 shillings. Au wakapata 200. What? Break it down. That's what people are looking for. Don't tell us that, oh, we gave this hospital 30 million, then we gave the victims, 62 victims who died, we gave them 20 million. And that's vague. And some people even gave her 200,000 just to thank her for that. Really, Kenyans are gullible. But anyway, that's our Kenya. That's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I just wanted to highlight that on Hanifa. In a few hours, I will be back in the evening to kind of touch on something else. Raila Odinga's academic qualifications. They keep on giving us different stories about this man. Huyu jamaa sijui alienda welding mara ngapi, alienda welding in USA, welding in East Germany, welding in whatever. So we are going to break that down, and you are going to pull a video that I made sometimes back when Miguna was exposing Raila Odinga about his academic credentials. Remember, he's running for the AU. Just to give you a highlight of that, let me go to Miguna's page real quick, because this is still going on with Raila Odinga. Let's see. I was interested in one comment here, which is very specific. He is supposed to be he's supposed to be a mechanical engineer. That's what I heard. He's supposed to be a mechanical engineer. We are going to explore that. Ngoja kidogo. Here it is. Here it is. Let's see. So here 5 hours ago, lakini watu jamani, people are too much. All right, so this guy called Wanjiru Gudhioni was like, ha ha ha. The part that really got me, because you remember Raila he posted something about his Nenio. It's not a CV, but the kind of education he got. That this guy saw. The part that really got me was his impressive collection of certificates and diplomas in welding and metallurgy from various institutions in East Germany, the USA, and the UK. Was he not bright enough to go straight for a bachelor's degree, or was he just on a mission to collect every piece of metallic paperwork he could find? They should try a little harder, bwana. Yeah, like I said, Raila's academic background is kind of sketchy. Now, here it is. Dr. Muguna wrote also, we must expose con men and looters who have used fiction and myths to impoverish millions of Kenyans and continue to do so. Hashtag reject Raila Odinga. Hashtag Ruto na Raila must go. Thomas Ojanga was writing, ignorant Anglophiles think all education systems are English. The German discipline or DIPL, I don't know what that is, in degree is higher than English MSc in engineering. And somebody replied to that saying, his name is Thomas Schwinn. My friend, you met the wrong person to insult. I'm German and I know the laws and jurisdiction of my country very well. Raila Odinga calling himself a bachelor or master is against the law, German law, whatever degree he might have. That is true because Germans have a different name for their, I think the first bachelor's is called baccalaureate or something. It's spelled funny. Then master's is called something. I forgot. Crap. It's a different name. Yeah. So yeah, he's right. The German guy is right by that. But anyway, so here somebody's saying it is technically impossible for him to have these degrees as there were no master's and bachelor degrees on Eastern German universities during the time Raila might have been there. So somebody is highlighting the fact that at that time when Raila Odinga was in East Germany, there was no university that had a master's and bachelor's degree in East Germany. So Miguna replies and says, yes, by law, conman Raila Odinga should and must write on his CV exactly the name of the welding certificates or diplomas he received, not Bachelor of Engineering, which was never granted in East Germany, and or Master of Engineering, which he never received. So things are hot. are heating up again. Tabitha Karanja said, is this TU Magdeburg even real? I can't find it on the internet, and the DPI doesn't translate into MSc or BSc, bachelor's, I think master's degree or something. It's more like a technical diploma. So there, Thomas Schwing also said, yes, it has several successors. I think he studied there. He has a degree, but not a master. According to German law, you can go read it there. Okay? So there's this debate here. All right? So anyway, I'm just giving you a I hadn't seen the news, no doubt. I didn't see the comments. The comments are actually funny. You guys are funny. So yeah, conman from the start. People have busted buying fake. Yes. Ese Banka is saying, no doubt, I'm surprised by Odinga's attempts at deception. Yeah, so this debate is coming up again. I don't know why these people keep on, but we shall go through that in the evening session. I just wanted a quick session about Hanifa, and all I can say about Hanifa right now is that Hanifa, you need to provide more information, more details of where, how much you received from who, and where it was going to. You can do that very simply by, you have the receipts, you receive the money, so you can actually just post it out there. Take your time, post it, and settle this noise. From the looks of things, you're being vague or economical with what you are posting there. And in the evening, we shall talk about Raila Odinga and what's going on in the news sphere in Kenya and much other stuff. And I will also invite people to join. Sorry about yesterday, guys. I had to stop quickly because I didn't charge my computer, so it just died on me abruptly. But I'll see you guys in the evening, okay? Like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends about this. Share it in your groups, and like it if it's your first time. Comment, share. If you're going to watch it or repeat, do the same. I'll see you guys later. Peace and blessings. I'm out.